In this video, we will be making 5 servings of Greek-style stuffed tomatoes. To start, we will need 1 large brown or red onion. Finely dice it and set aside. Next, take 5 cloves of garlic and peel them. Crush each clove with the side of your knife. Finely chop them. Add to a bowl and set aside. For the fresh herbs, you can use either parsley, mint, dill, or some combination of them. Peel the leaves off the parsley. And do the same with the mint. Roughly chop the herbs. Set aside in a bowl. Take 500 grams of potatoes and peel them. Slice into wedges. The exact size doesn't really matter, just make them all similar in size. Set aside in a bowl. We will also need tomatoes. Use as many tomatoes as you can fit in your tray. My tray is about 33 by 23 centimeters, which allowed me to fit 12 tomatoes. Slice the top off each tomato. Scoop out the insides with a spoon and add it to a bowl. Place the tomato back onto the tray along with the lid. Repeat with the rest of them and set the tray aside. Add the remaining tomato pulp to a processor or blender. Blend briefly to break down any large tomato pieces, but don't blend it too finely. Add back to the same bowl and set aside. Add 1 cup of rice to a bowl and rinse 3 to 4 times with water. I am using short grain arborio rice, but a long grain rice will also work if you prefer it drier and more separated. Strain the rice and set it aside. We will also need 500 grams of pork or beef mince, but I am using pork today. To make the filling, heat a pan over high heat. Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil and swirl to coat the surface. Add the minced meat and spread out in a single layer. Allow it to sit without mixing for 1 to 2 minutes to sear on the bottom. Then add the diced onion along with a pinch of salt. Cook while mixing and breaking up the meat as you go. Continue cooking until the excess water has evaporated and the sound changes from a boiling to a sizzling sound. Once you are there, turn the heat to low and add the garlic. Stir through for 30 to 60 seconds or until the garlic becomes fragrant. Then add 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Stir through for another 30 to 60 seconds. Add the washed rice and mix through. Add the tomato pulp. Bring to a boil over high heat. Turn the heat off and adjust salt levels to taste. Then add the chopped herbs and mix through. Before assembling the tray, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. Fill each tomato with the meat and rice mixture and put the lid on top. Repeat with the rest of the tomatoes. With any excess filling, you can just add it to the tray between the tomatoes. Season the potatoes with salt just before adding them to the tray. I was also supposed to salt the inside of the tomatoes before filling them, but I forgot, so I added extra salt on top of them. Place the seasoned potato wedges between the tomatoes wherever they fit. Cover the tray with foil. Place it in your preheated oven and bake for 45 to 60 minutes or until the potatoes are soft. Check the doneness of the potatoes and continue cooking covered with foil if needed. Then remove the foil and bake at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 Fahrenheit for another 45 to 60 minutes or until the tops of the tomatoes and potatoes get a little colour. Then remove from the oven and allow to cool. I was also supposed to drizzle 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil over the top before it went in the oven, but I forgot, so I am doing it now. Once cooled, evenly distribute the tomatoes and potatoes between 5 containers. Add the lids and store in the fridge for up to around 1 week. To serve, you can either microwave it to reheat or even eat it cold. Each serving contains 590 calories with 27 grams of protein, 67 grams of carbohydrate, and 26 grams of fat.